everlasting name. He blessed the normal family, and so his enemy the strength, the strength and the power to defeat Satan. Overcome with all obstacles and face our power to defeat our enemy. Due to the soul, physical, and dangerous, with the new place conception. Therefore, the gospel name, Father, the Holy Spirit, for this now, Father, let your will be done. Discuss the past enemy, Father, discuss everything that we expect from us, Father, discuss it off this name. That's my good. Amen. Okay, today our Father is talking about different, meaning what it's going to take. You see what I'm saying? To do things different and to be different. It's not going to be easy, man, because I'm telling you all right now, man. In this world, you see what I'm saying? They done set up their own ways of doing things. You know what I'm saying? Of doing things. So when you start trying to do things another way, people gonna look at you sideways, man. I'm be honest with y'all, man. Especially if they feel like you're not getting no good results from it. Now, when you start getting good results from it, they're not gonna look at you sideways. They're gonna look at you like, I want to learn how to do that too. You see what I'm saying? If you are doing things in a better manner, people will want to learn from you. I'm gonna tell you honest God truth. So that's the reason why you gotta stick with God, His ways, His word, and trying to do things different. You get better results. But if you keep doing things like everybody else is doing, you're gonna get the same results that they get. That's why Father's trying to tell us right now. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, go past the norm. You gotta think outside the box. You see what I'm saying? In order to get better results. You see what I'm saying? In order to do something new. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Something fresh. You gotta think outside the box, man, but you gotta know what you're gonna face while you're doing that. Now you're gonna face a lot of backlash, man, because like I said, a lot of people gonna look at you sideways like, what you doing? Like, that's not how it's done. That's how they're gonna look at you. Especially when you start walking with God, you start doing things His way. They're gonna look at you like, that's not how it's done. But God is saying that's how it's done. That's how it's supposed to be done. The way people doing it is not the way it's supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? And you're gonna have to know that, man. That, you know what I'm saying? We done got completely twisted out here, man. As far as, you know what I'm saying, right and wrong and knowing, you know what I'm saying, what's going on and what to do and what not to do. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? That comes from the evil. You know what I'm saying? When he fell out of heaven, he got cast out of heaven, to be honest with you. He couldn't take over heaven, man, so he wanted to have his way here. You see what I'm saying? So he's basically telling everybody to do things his way instead of God's way. So once you step outside of doing things, you know what I'm saying, the way the world does it, look for them, you know what I'm saying, to look at you sideways. Like I said, until you start getting good results. Then you'll have some people that's gonna take heed and, you know what I'm saying, try to do what God is instructing them to do. So it's actually a leap of faith. It's not setting trends, to be honest with you. It's not setting trends, it's setting things straight. To be honest, if you don't want to put it in proper context, it's setting things straight. That's all it is. You see what I'm saying? And we could do that in a humble manner. Although I have got to a point where I was really, you know what I'm saying, high power while I was doing it, because I'm gonna be honest with you, after a while, people weren't trying to hear, you know what I'm saying, that you trying to do things right, or they weren't trying to hear what you got going on, to be honest with you. So I just had to do what I had to do. I just got high power and did what I had to do, regardless of who liked it and who didn't, to be honest with you. And I had to do it, man. I got good results from it. So I can't trip. So that's why I was trying to tell you all right now. You gotta take a leap of faith, man. You gotta walk with God. You know? You'll get better results than you get from the world and from the advice that people are giving. Because it's Psalm 27 I'm gonna read. Always listen to the words. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. For whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemies, my foes came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Though when hosts should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. A war shall rise against me, and this will I be confident. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion, and the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock, and now shall my head be lifted up above my enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, I will sing praise unto the Lord. Hear, O Lord, when I cry out my voice. Have mercy also upon me and answer me. When thou saidst, seek thee my face, my heart said unto thee, thy face, Lord, will I see. Hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me, O God of my salvation. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. That's your support system. Teach me thy way, O Lord. Lead me in a plain path because of my enemies. Deliver me not over to the will of my enemies. For false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord and the land of the living. Wait on the Lord. You have good courage, and he shall strengthen my heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Amen. You also got to be aware of that too. When you start trying to do things different, and you start walking with God, and he start helping you, you got to look for your support system to start breaking down. And I ain't gonna just say start breaking down. They start to feel some type of way about, you know what I'm saying, you leaning on God for help. So that'll make them almost like fall back, like, and at times it'll make them just disappear completely. You see what I'm saying? After a while, if they feel like you holding on to God so tight that that's just what it is, they'll eventually disappear. Or, you know what I'm saying, if you lead by example and not try to force them to do what you're doing, they'll start trying to, you know what I'm saying, take initiative to learn from God and learn God's ways. So it's good and it's bad with this, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. That's just life. And you just gotta do what you gotta do, man. Like, I faced this as well, man. And I had a lot of people against me because they didn't understand what I was doing and I wasn't getting a whole lot of good results from it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. But now, I'm gonna tell you honest God truth. I've gotten to a point where there are still people that don't understand, but there are people who have seen what God has done in my life. Even if they don't understand, they've seen enough of what God has done in my life to increase their faith and give them initiative to try to do things with God on their own. So that's the sacrifice and that's the leap of faith that we have to take. And I didn't like it neither. I'm gonna tell you all the honest God truth. You see what I'm saying? And I wasn't questioning God. I wasn't like, oh, why me? I wasn't doing none of that because I had already knew that God had chose me. You see what I'm saying? At a young age. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So I ain't questioning him. I just didn't like the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I had to go through a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of trials and tribulations. You see what I'm saying? During the process and the journey. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. That's everybody's process and journey. I'm telling you, man. Like, people start to misunderstand you, man, when you start to really bond with God. And a lot of times you come across people that don't even recognize you, once you bond with God enough. And you know what I'm saying? You can get mocked. I'm telling you the honest God truth. You get laughed at or until you get them good results. I'm telling you right now. Because people don't really understand you no more. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. And then a lot of times people think that you get soft when you really bond with God a lot too, man. I noticed that, and that's another reason why I had to show people that ain't nothing soft over here. You see what I'm saying? At all. I don't care what you're talking about. Yo. Yeah, and I'm of God. Real heavy. And everybody better know that too. You can run and tell whoever you want to tell. Let the whole world know. I'm of God, yo. Ain't nothing soft about me. You see what I'm saying? Remember that, yo. Don't ever forget that and don't ever think otherwise. And anybody that's walking with God, you better hold it down like that too. You ain't gotta be evil, hateful. You ain't gotta cuss nobody out. You ain't gotta do none of that. But you gotta let these people know what it is and what it's not. Period, point blank. Yeah, I'm of God, but I'm still a warrior for God. Look at this Bible, man, that God blessed me with. Look, I showed my son this. They got a picture of, you know what I'm saying, black man holding the Bible on the front, on the top. But when you flip it, it's the same picture, but now he's holding a knife, a sword. And that's telling you something. That's a deep message, deep meaning. Meaning, your Bible, this word is your sword. Meaning you're a man of God or you're a woman of God, but you also a warrior for God. Don't even try to start walking with God if you're not going to fight, if you're not going to be a warrior. That's just what it is, because you're going to get tore out the frame. That's just all it is to it. Make up your mind now that you're going to fight, because you're going to have to. Period, point blank. This is spiritual warfare at its finest. You don't play with this, huh? You can get destroyed because of what God is leading you to and what he's doing in your life. You're going to have to fight. You don't always have to understand why. You see what I'm saying? They got to fight too. This is what it is. All of us got battles that we got to fight on. People don't have to like it, yo. You got to do what you got to do on it. So that's what I was trying to tell us today, man. If you go to start walking with him. You know what I'm saying? And you start doing what he asks you to do. Everybody ain't gonna always understand. You gotta do what you gotta do anyways until you start getting good results. I'm gonna tell you that from experience. And I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you all what God has done in my life. You see what I'm saying? The fruit of my labor is speaking for itself. As we speak, God has already done plenty of great things in my life, man. Made big moves for me. You see what I'm saying? Because of my sacrifice. That was another thing too, man. You gotta make sacrifices with God. You gotta show him, man. Showing is better than telling, man. I had to show God that I was really of him, man. I didn't even have a whole lot of money. He wasn't creating a whole lot of opportunities for me to get a whole lot of money because he wanted to see if I was still going to praise, worship, and honor him without it. Because if he know that I'm going to do it for him without it, he know that I'll do that for him with it. I'm going to do that without the money. I'm going to do that with the money. I'm going to be of God. I'm going to walk with God. I'm going to try my best to do right by him. And I don't mean I'm going to be perfect. And them suckers out there better know that too. I ain't saying I'm going to be perfect. And I'm going to do everything right. I'm going to keep trying. And I ain't going to quit. I ain't going to give up. That's how you get there. Period, point blank. Let it be known, yo. I'm telling you all right now. You don't lay down out here. You fighting to the death. Period, point blank. So, hope y'all take heed of that. I hope that makes you all confident too. To know that, yeah, you're going to have to go through some things, but when you get to a certain point, man, you're going to really see good results. Don't give up and don't give in. Do it all. Just know that God got you. Period, point blank. You believe in God, you know that he got you. Hold on. So I hope y'all take heed of that. Hope y'all get peace another day. Hope y'all laugh, smile, and I'm proud of those guys. Amen. Hallelujah.